Welcome back. All right, look, every now and then it's fun to escape reality and read a good book. And to help you out with that, Rona Brindley, she's the owner of the Neptune Beach BookMark, and she's here with a few of her recommendations like you always are. How's things going?
Things are great. It's, you know, spring is popping. The beach is crazy busy. It's unbelievable.
This is the time for events, and we have a bunch of events, but you only have a few reading recommendations.
I do, but the events are good reading recommendations.
Of course.
I know. But one, you know, Peter Carey's been around for a long time. He's an Australian author. He's run 2-man Booker Prizes, and so I felt bad that I hadn't read him before, so I decided to do it, and I'm so glad I did. This is set in Australia in the 1950s, and Australia is a character, and it's ostensibly about a 10,000-mile road race, but it's really about relations between the Aborigines and the whites in Australia. So there's these layers of reality going on, and you get a real touch of things, and it's kind of poignant to see how that plays out in a whole different part of the world.
Fiction, nonfiction?
It's fiction, but you know, it has a lot of reality to it, as good fiction does. And The Flight Attendant, this is Chris Bajalian, just one of my all-time favorites. I read everything that he writes. He knows how to write a thriller. This is about a flight attendant who tends to get drunk and pick up men, and she finds herself in Dubai in a hotel room getting ready to leave, and the guy next to her she thinks is very quiet and asleep, and when she turns over to say goodbye, he's just totally bled out and he's dead. And she doesn't really know if she did it or somebody else did it, and there's that moment of, I don't think I could do this, but should I go tell somebody? I don't know, this is Dubai, I don't really want to do this in Dubai, or should I just leave? And she decides just to leave.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, is true, and that will haunt you.
Yeah, that'll have repercussions. The universe will take care of that, and I assume that one's fiction. Please tell me that's fiction.
That one is fiction.
Okay, good. Okay.
But it does have some touches of, you know, people trying to come and get you, and spies, and always a little
flight
bit.
attendants in between, you know, stops.
Yeah,
layovers.
we hope it's really fiction. But
I mean, you know, all right,
what
good.
do they do, right? Hopefully not that.
What else you got?
Well, St. Patrick's Day coming, so I couldn't really resist, you know, when you're not out partying, a good Irish tale. There's good storytellers, the Irish. 9 Irish Lives is 9 current Irish immigrants like Rosie O'Donnell, Tom Hayden, Michael Moore, talking about historic Irish immigrants and writing an essay and a story about them. So Michael Moore writes about a journalist from another time, and Rosie O'Donnell writes about a woman who started an orphanage since she's adopted so many children. So
very cool.
It's a good way to think about the immigrant question and what the Irish are up to as we, you know, have a pint.
Hey, we wouldn't be here without the Irish. I'm mostly Irish. We wouldn't. This country wouldn't be where it is. This country would not be here without the Irish. So, and then we got a bunch of events.
We
coming
do,
up,
and this is tonight. 6 o'clock. It's early because it's for, you know, ages 8 to 12, grades 3 to 5. James Ponti, Framed and Vanished, is part of a series. It's called the Toast series, the theory of all things simple.
All things simple. I like that.
All simple things, because that was spelled toast. I did that a little backwards. But everything is simple, like where should I sit the first day of school? And then it gets complicated. He discovers something that gets him involved with the FBI, and the question is, can he solve the case and get his homework done at the same time? Those are like 2 compelling arguments of your time.
I don't know which one you do first.
Always do your homework first, you know.
Yeah, which one pays better? Do
that
one. All right, so authors coming?
Randy Wayne White will be here on the Ides of March the 15th. This is his 25th Doc Ford novel, so we're partnering with the publisher to have a little celebration with Prosecco and, you know, toast him. That's a pretty big accomplishment.
That's really cool.
Doc Ford now is involved in a case. A friend of his who is a somewhat dicey underwater archaeologist has had some of his maps and treasure stolen, and he can't quite go to the authorities, so he has to go to Doc Ford.
All right.
Always a little bit outside the edge of the law.
So you get to meet the author, get an autographed copy.
That's right, good Florida author. The Hush, John Hart. He's really a gothic writer of thrillers, and this is about a long generations of debate over a piece of land in Mississippi. Freed slaves had given it to the ancestors of another family, and they're now fighting about who owns it. So you've got that greed and that history of slavery, and a lot of tension in a very dark kind of a world.
Yep. Families never get along.
Just by the title. Nah, well, some hopefully better than that.
Yeah.
And Rona Recommends, that's me. You know, we partner. This is our 16th year of partnering with the Jacksonville chapter of NOW to celebrate Women's History Month. And I will pontificate for an hour about books by and or about women. And then they let me talk about ones I just like that could be not either of those. And it's a great time. They bring refreshments. They tell you what's going on in the world of NOW, and good conversation. And we get to talk about great books. I don't know what could be better.
That's a really good time. You can check all that out at your website, right?
Absolutely. It's all on there. And we have one more. Steve Barry, that's just the advanced copy of the book. It will be a hardcover. This is his 13th Cotton Malone, Bishop's Pawn. It's really to mark the 50th anniversary of the assassination of Martin Luther King, and it deals with the question of what really did happen on that day in Mississippi and what's the fight between the FBI and the Justice Department. So
very cool. Good read. Appreciate it.
Always fun.
Any idea how many books you've read in your entire life?
No, hopefully a lot and lots more to come because there's always more coming in every day.
That's the best answer. You can get more information on Rona and the Bookmark by either visiting her in Neptune Beach at the store. The address is 221st Street, or by heading to her website, which is bookmarkbeach.com. We'll be right back.